Greetings. My name is Merlon, and this is my eTech training project, mobile application 2019, under the tutelage of Merle Whitney. Now, my project is a simple mobile data application calculator. A little bit of background. You get something from your data provider, which gives you three basic pieces of information, which is your data plan, which is the amount of data that you have, the beginning of the data plan, and the duration. Now, when you start the app, you'll see that it says that nothing is being configured because this is a fresh start and there's no data whatsoever. And it prompts you to click on the banners to start. Now it's in two sections. The first section, the one at the top, is what the ISP or data provider gives you, and that generally does not change throughout the plan. The second section is what you yourself will update periodically. So let's get started. Let's click on the banner and it takes us to the Edit Data Plan screen. Now, in this scenario, I'm going to create a plan which started on the 11th of April, has a duration of 30 days, and the total plan is 12.7 gigabytes. So just enter that there, and I'll choose Save. You'll see that the screen has, the boxes have turned green, which means that the data is good and it's been saved. If the data was not valid, it would be red and you'd get an error. So let's just, with the same thing, let's go back and change the date to 2 days and see what happens. And if you try and save that, it turns red and it gives you a little pop-up telling you what the error was. And it does not save until you put in the correct data. So from this screen, you can also go to the edit usage screen, which is what you as a user would update from your router or from a query to the data provider. Now, to help you along, it gives you the information that was on the last screen, which is the data plan. And you can, if you reach here, you can also go back and change it if you so desire. So in our theoretical example, we'll put a usage of 4 gigabytes, which is 4096 megabytes. And you can save that. If the amount of data that you put in was more than the total plan above, it would also go red and it will tell you you've made an error and allow you to change it. So now let's go back to the first screen and see what happens. Now the first screen has now been updated on with all the things that I've just put in. And if you start the app, this is what you'll see. So it's a quick way to see at a glance the basic information that's most important. You can see the plan data, you can see the day that it started, how long ago it started, the duration when it ends, and how long until it ends for the data provider's information. And for the information that you've put in, it tells you the percentage that you've used and the amount of data that you have used and the amount that's remaining. Now, if you access the menu and you choose the usage comparison, this will give you a comparison with what would be average use over the same time span if you were using it in an artificial and consistent manner. Now it shows the reported usage, which is what you have told it that you're using. And as a comparison underneath of that, it shows balance usage. Now, if you notice that the reported usage is green, if in a situation where the reported usage was greater than the average usage, it would show red. So I'll just go back and show you how that works there. I'll change that to something arbitrary like 10 gigabytes and save that. Go back to the usage comparison, and you'll now see that the usage comparison is now greater than the average use, and it shows up as red, which means that you're using data faster than would last. Now, if you scroll down on that screen, you'll also see that it has a usage difference table. When you enter data into a meter or router or whatever, it doesn't allow you to put in all the data that you have. So if you put in 12 gigabytes or 12.7 gigabytes, it will only take the 12. The 7 is in the ether somewhere. This will compensate for that lost data or unmetered data. So it tells you the total amount allocated, which is what your data provider would have told you, the total metered, which is rounded down to the lower gigabyte or megabyte depending on usage, and it tells you how much extra is not metered, and then it still tells you what the average would be if you were using it unmetered. And the table underneath of that is just a comparison between the reported and what you used, and you'll see that, like above, it is red when your data exceeds the average. Now, if you pay attention, you'll see that there's a little banner at the top with this little button saying help. That takes you to the help screen, where on any page it will direct you to the section explaining what that page does. And finally, there's the about, because we all like to know that we're being recognized for what we've done. And if people have questions or feedback, or just really want to complain to me or chew me out, you can always find me using the feedback and support. And that's my project, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. Thank you.